and I will take you through. Okay, so this is the first screen where you need to log in. If you have installed Csmart and you have created a new user, then it will give you an option to log in like this. So when you click on log on, this is the home screen. So for the benefit of the few people who have not used Csmart as such, let me just give you a quick overview of what Csmart does and is capable of. So Csmart, with Csmart, you'll be able to bring in all of your existing company data, right from your director history and your shareholding information. And once you bring in this information into Csmart, then Csmart will be able to generate all of your statutory registers, your director register, your shareholding register, your charge registers, basically every statutory register that is required to be maintained as per the 2013 Act, Csmart will generate it for you. Now in the future, after you bring in your existing information, such as the appointment of directors and all the shareholding information, let us say in the future you want to appoint a new director. Now you would do that by filing a form such as Form DIR-12. Now, if you file that form through Csmart, and I'll show you how you do that, then what happens is Csmart will capture that information from that form and it will update the internal database of Csmart. And once it does that, it will be able to generate your register automatically, your director register, and it will also be able to it will update it on the master data also, and you can see the activity that you have done. So what I'm trying to say is the initial data you need to bring in by a data entry, but then in the future, any other director appointments or resignations, you need to file Form DIR-12. And when you file that Form DIR-12 through Csmart, that data will get captured and the register will get automatically generated. You will not have to do any data entry. So let me just take you through a very quick importing of a company, and then I will show you how the registers are generated, because that is the most important feature that Csmart provides. So on the top here, you have all of the functions held within these 5 or 6 menus. Under company, there is an import company. And over here, you need to click on new company and you need to enter the company name. Csmart is very company centric. So to do anything in Csmart, you need to have created a company. You don't need to enter the SIN actually, because we will be able to, can all of you all go on mute, please? Or I will put you all on mute. Right. So you need to enter the company name and you need to enter the SIN as well. But if you don't want to, you can skip entering the SIN at the moment. Click on create company. So over here, a new company is created. Select the company on the table and then click on import company. Click on perform. A new window is opened. And in this window, you will have to enter the company details. There are actually 3 steps. One is entering basic company data, such as the company name, address. Second one is the capital information. The third one is the director history. Now I will take you all through each of these screens one by one. So we made it a little easier by actually importing information from the latest Form 20B that you have filed for the company. So if you select this button here, click on OK, and locate the Form 20B that you have filed for the company. Just give me a minute here. Csmart will actually read that form and it will populate the screen with the data for you. It will also go to MCA21, get additional information for each director that is not present in the form, and it will populate the screen for you. So it has populated all of this. Now you need to make sure of one thing here. The date of address here should point to the date on which this address came into effect. Meaning if you filed a Form 18 or if you filed, with the latest Companies Act, I forget the form ID, but if you file that Form INC 21 or something, then that date of event is what you need to put over here. Basically, this address date and this address has to match. Then click on next. Now this is where you need to concentrate a little bit and understand what I'm trying to tell you regarding share classes. So here you'll have to enter the different classes of shares that the company has. And below that, you need to enter your authorized capital history. And here you'll have to enter your latest current paid up capital. Now by classes of shares, what are the things you need to enter? First thing is 2 classes are mandatory. One is equity, the other is preference. Do not change equity and preference, leave it the same. Even if the company does not have preference shares, do not delete preference, leave it as it is. You don't need to assign preference shares to any shareholder, but do not delete the share class. The certificate number prefix and the distinctive number prefix is for putting a prefix for any certificate number or distinctive number generated under that share class. Now, let us say that the particular company has been issuing shares of the type E1 for certificate number, and the distinctive number is E1 to E1000, for example. So that E is a prefix before your certificate number 1. So if the company has followed a naming methodology like that, then you need to enter certificate number and distinctive number like this. So for preference, it will be P. Now, if the company, since you're importing data, you're actually bringing in past data. So you'll have to look at whether the company has been issuing shares in this manner. If it has not been issuing shares in this manner, leave the certificate number and the distinctive number empty, right? So the certificate number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the distinctive number will be 1 to 1000, 1001 to 2000 without the prefix in it. Right? The next one is the certificate number and the distinctive number series type. Now there are 2 values here. One is new, the other is continuous. By new and continuous, what I mean is, if you have selected new, then under equity, if let's say there were other share classes such as, let me just create one share class here to make it understandable. Let me create one preference share class also. So if you provided new to the certificate and distinctive number series type for all of these share classes, this is what we recommend that you do. What happens is, let's say that you're allotting shares, 100 shares of share class equity to a folio. Then the numbering scheme will be certificate number 1, distinctive number 1 to 100. If you're allotting shares of equity class A to the same folio or another folio, then the numbering will again start from certificate number 1, distinctive number 1 to 100. To make it even more easier to understand, we've actually given a small help page here that you can click and it will take you there. So let us say, there is a share type of share class equity class A and there is equity class B. Okay. Now you're allotting 100 shares each of these classes. If you have selected new, then it will be certificate number 1, distinctive number 1 to 100. And for class B also, it will be certificate number 1, distinctive numbers 1 to 100. Now, in case you give it continuous, then the certificate number will be 1, Distinctive numbers will be 1 to 100 for class A, but for class B, it will continue from the previous class. It will be certificate number 2, distinctive numbers 101 to 200. So since we've seen that companies have had a lot of confusion in the past and they have created numbering schemes like this or that, we have tried to support both. We don't recommend that you use the continuous series type if you can avoid it. Use the new series type. It makes more sense and can be easily understood. So new means every class will restart the numbering from 1 again. That's all it means. So to make it simple, let me just remove these share classes. You can enter the voting rights over here that were associated with that particular share class. This is just for your information. It will be available on master data after you import it so that you can remember. Right? Now, we'll move on to entering the authorized capital details history. So when you click on that, the first row will always be the date of incorporation. So click on OK. Number of shares, let us say, was 10,000. Nominal amount is 10, and the total amount was 1 lakh. Let's keep it simple. Preference was there were no shares, so you need to enter 0. You can enter some kind of remarks here. It is not mandatory, but we recommend that you do. Now, let's say that the authorized capital changed again. So it changed on this date. So enter the date, and let's say that there was an increase from 10,000, it went to 20,000 shares, and the nominal amount was 10 again. So it is now 2 lakhs, and preference shares is 0. Right, so in this way, you will have to enter your authorized capital history. Now, in case there were multiple share classes, then all of those share classes will actually appear over here, and you will need to split up your authorized capital among the different share classes as well. Next, we'll enter the current paid up capital details. Now, we are asking you to enter only the current paid up capital because we will get the history of the paid up capital changes when you're importing your shareholder data. So you don't have to worry about that. So let's say that the current paid up capital is 1 lakh, and the equity shares, number of shares is 10,000, nominal amount is 10,000, preference is 0. And let's say that the date of the current paid up capital was on this date. So this date corresponds to this split up. This will ideally be the date of event of the latest Form 2 that you have filed for the company, or the Form Part 3 now that you have filed for the company. So this is the capital information where you have entered classes of shares, authorized capital history, current paid up capital details. Don't worry if you didn't understand share classes or if there are questions, I will answer them. If there are any more questions, you can click on this question mark. It will take you to a web page where we have written some help regarding this topic. Authorized capital history, current paid up capital. After you have entered it, click on next. Now here you will have to enter your complete director history. From Form 20B, we have got the current set of directors, but you need to fill in the people who have resigned earlier, people who were appointed earlier, and bring in your entire director history. This is a one-time activity. Even though it is tedious, it might or might not be tedious depending on the company's history. We recommend that you spend some time and bring that data in, because once you bring it in, you can very quickly generate the director register as mandated by the latest Companies Act. Right? Now, how do you bring in your history? You click on this green button, you get a new row, and click on that. Now, let's say that there was previously another director. Click on Add MP, enter the DIN. 5, 6, 7, 8. Click on Get Details. This will go to MCA21 and get the details, so you don't even have to type that much. Click on Add, select this, click on Select MP. You get a new row. Now let's say that he was appointed on this date. Enter the appointment date, select whether he was executive or non-executive. Now we still don't have the directors who were appointed on the date of incorporation, right? Now this is the date of incorporation. So click on additional information here, select MP, and sorry. Select MP, then let's say that this was actually a change in designation. I'm just playing with some data here to give you some kind of an idea of what's happening. And this was also a change in designation to some full-time director, for example. So there was a change in designation on this date, but originally they were appointed on this date. Right now, let's say that you want to make somebody resign. So we'll select Mr. Ratan Tata and we will resign him on this date. So I'm just entering some kind of data here, but obviously you'll be entering the correct data that was that happened for that company. Now, when you go here, you'll have to select the cessation reason. Let's say that he resigned. So basically, you'll have to enter this up to for a long time. Actually, we didn't have the facility to edit this data after you click on import company. But now we have given everybody an update where even though you would have entered some kind of data entry error over here, you can actually go to master data and correct the error. I will show you how to do that. So anything that you see on the screen here, don't worry if you made a mistake. You can always go to other places within Csmart and correct the data. But try to be as correct as possible. Spend a little time to verify your data and then click on import company. So go back here, select all these three tabs, make sure that the data is correct. You can click on save at any time and close Csmart. When you come back, go to import company and you open this window, all of the data that you have entered will be shown to you. So you can save and come back to it at a later point in time as well. But now, in the interest of time, let's click on import company and let's import the company. So this company's data is now imported. Now your job is only partly done. Okay, there is shareholding information that you need to enter as well. I'm just going to take a small break here to look if there were any questions that you had that I can answer. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen now. If there are any questions that you had, please click on, you can chat with me. If there are any questions that you have, just go ahead. There are some, yeah. So unfortunately, there are people all over. This is to a person called Subhash. Unfortunately, there's people all over from India are joining, so I won't be able to speak to you in Hindi. So probably we can catch up later on, and I can explain it to you. You can give me a call later on.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have one doubt actually, because
Yes, sir,
I joined very late actually, so that I have one doubt. I have incorporated more than 35 or 40 companies individually.
all right.
So that if I install the software today itself, so I have to incorporate all the old details here.
Correct.
There are many directors changed in that. Actually, many directors are by retirement or by death or by resignation. All
Correct.
these are passed away. All these events. How I can incorporate in this? Whether it is to be done manually or by it is done with the previous forms incorporated in the software.
It is done manually. I'm not sure if you just saw, how I brought in the director history. Did you did you join us at that time? I think you did. Did you see how I entered the director details in Form 20? I mean, in that import company screen?
Yes.
That is the way you'll have to bring it in, sir. It's a data entry that you will have to do one time for every company before you start working on that company in Csmart.
Actually, all the if suppose a company incorporated in the year of 2003. For the past 10 years, I have whether the software is allowed to download all the 1020Bs.
No. What happens is you will have to download the latest Form 20B only, get the latest Form 20B, use that, and Csmart will read that Form 20B and enter the details in your on the screen. The past history, you will have to do a data entry, meaning you'll have to manually enter it on the screen.
Manually. I see. It is not at all needed for downloading the 20B for the year 2010 or 9 or 8.
No. Yeah. Only the latest Form 20B is needed.
Yeah, that is the year for the year 1213 is more than sufficient for now.
Correct. The latest Form 20B, the history, you will have to do a data entry.
Okay. All the past history, I have to enter it in manual.
Correct. One time. First time before you start working on that company, you have to enter it manually.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Are there any more questions? See, what you can do is, if there are any more questions, you can just type here. I will unmute your microphone and you can actually, yeah, Mr. Subhash, please go ahead. You're unmuted, but I'm not sure. I'm not able to hear you. If you can just type the question, I'll be able to answer it. Not sure, sir. If you can type the question, I can answer it, or we'll have to move ahead in the interest of time. Yeah, can we affix digital signatures? Yes, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to how to fix this, how to generate digital, how to generate registers and things like that. Just give me a little time. I'm coming to that. Right. So there are no other questions. I will go back to the sharing, and I will show you how to import the next set of data. So up to now, we have imported only the, let me just mute everybody. Yeah. So up to now, we have entered only the director history. Now we need to enter the shareholding information. So click on import company shareholders data, click on perform. Now over here, a new screen opens up. This is a screen that we have spent a lot of time on to make sure that you enter error-free information. And it's actually quick. You can quickly import your shareholding information regarding the company as well. So you'll need to start off by entering your folio details by clicking on this green button here, enter your new folio. This is the prefix. So if you see any small text field like this next to a bigger text field, that means it is a prefix. Okay. So let's say that your previous company's data, there was a folio number called E1 or EA1 or whatever prefix you had. You can enter the prefix E here for equity and enter the folio number here. If there was no prefix for that company, do not enter anything here. For that folio, I meant. Okay. Now you can enter the details manually here, or you can click on copy folio, and you can select the directors of this company. If they were also shareholders, you can click on select, and the details will quickly get populated here. Enter the occupation. You will need to enter all of this information that is necessary. See, this information is used in a lot of places. Specifically, these three drop-downs that are called status will help you in generating the annual return. So let's say that one of the folios was, a promoter, but foreign, and he's an NRI individual or bodies corporate or whatever. Then the appropriate split up of the equity capital that is printed in the annual return will get calculated automatically, right? So take a little time here and make sure that you are correctly selecting the information here. If you don't select the information correctly here, the annual return calculation will be incorrect, right? So I'm just going to keep it simple and say promoters Indian and click on save. Now there is one new tab that's opened here with this table. Now you need to start entering your initial subscription, allotments, transfers, splits, reissues, all of that information. You need to enter it into Csmart. Again, this is a one-time data entry activity that no software will be able to give you automatically. The software does not know the history of the company, so you will have to tell the software or tell Csmart the history. Now, how do you tell Csmart the history of your shareholding? You need to right-click and click on Add Initial Subscription. So enter the date of issue of the certificate. I'm assuming it's the same date. Select the share class. Get the certificate number. Let's say that it was, let's say, 5,000 shares, distinctive numbers. And you can enter the allotment type here, but this is an initial subscription, so you can leave that and click on Add Initial Subscription, right? So we've given 5,000 shares to this folio. Let's quickly do that for the next folio also. So now you've actually entered two initial subscriptions, 5,000, 5,000, and the it matches with the paid up capital as well. So let me quickly, do a split of this. So you have to, sorry, I'm going too quickly. So in order to split this 5,000 into two shares of 2,500 each, you need to select the, row here, right click it and say split, select split. So when you click on split, you have to enter the date of the split. You need to enter the date of issue of the new share certificates. If there are prefixes, enter it, otherwise leave it. Click on that, you'll get number of shares, enter 2,500. That is populated to 3. You get 2,500 here. Click on get next certificate again, you get 4. So this is the split. So you have actually split distinctive numbers 1 to 5,000 to 1 to 2,500, 2,500 to 5,000. So you click on split share, it will neatly stack it under the parent row. So you can easily understand the flow of shares and everything. So let's say one of these, after you split it, one of them you have to transfer it. So select what you have split, click on transfer. Now you need to enter the purchase consideration per share and the approval date. Let's say that this was transferred the next month, date of lodgement of transfer, and the stamp duty paid is automatically calculated. Let's say that it was a new folio. So you click on this button, enter a new folio. Let's say that this was the last director here. We'll say business. And we'll say save. So 3 is selected, you can click on perform transfer. So again, it gets stacked under the parent row, so you can quickly understand how it's going. You can right click on the transfer row and say go to transferee folio entry, and it will take you to the transferee folio entry here. It will highlight it. If there are, let's say, 1,000 different entries here, and you want to quickly locate the entry, this highlight will actually help you. So I hope this is understandable. I just want to do one small duplicate issue here to show you how the duplicate shares register is generated. Let's say that this was issued duplicate on this date, and next certificate number, I will reissue the share. Okay, so much we have done. Let's say that this is all that is needed, and We've got 3 folios. We've got all of this information registered here. And you can also enter your authorized capital history again. Now, let's say that you missed a couple of entries. This is where you'll have to enter your share classes. Whatever you entered under import company, you can come here and modify it. If you click on next, your authorized capital history is shown. You can modify this again if there was anything that you missed. Okay. And the last step is you have to click on import shares, and this will actually import your entire history. Now it will ask you for who signed the share certificates. Since Csmart generates the share certificates as well, you'll have to find out who signed the share certificate earlier and enter the correct information here. Right? So after you have chosen who signed and things like that, click on save details, and your shareholding information has also now been saved. Now I'm going to take a quick break here. Let's see if there are any questions that I can answer. Are there any questions that I can answer? You can unmute yourself, ask the question, go back on mute again, or type the question in the group chat, or you can raise a flag. There is a flag on the top right-hand corner, and I will unmute your microphone for you. Any questions? Please don't hesitate. Yes.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, after typing all the share details, is there any possibility for printing the share certificate directly to the printer?
Yes, there is. I will show you how to do that. You can go to master data, and I will show you how to do that. It's in the list of things I have to show you.
Because nowadays the company directors are very willing to print the share certificates in their name, actually. So that they are asking for small private companies. Here in the area of Tanjore, there are very small companies, actually.
Right.
Having a capital of 1 lakh, 5 lakhs, or 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 50 lakhs, these and that. So that they are asking, they wish to print the share certificates in the prescribed format.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just in Tanjavur area, sir. All over India, people want to print their share certificates. So we have a provision of printing it. I will show you how to do that.
Okay. Another one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, the directors and the shareholders, actually for a small private company, we don't go for a public issue, actually. So that if a new person entered as a shareholder, what will be the entry, sir? Actually,
You can
there are only I saw that the promoters and public issue and all these drop down list are there only. It is a private placement, isn't it?
I am not sure I understood your question, sir. Is it a body corporate who's becoming a shareholder?
Yeah, actually, a company incorporated on 2010.
Right, and one of the folios is a body
a
company.
person admitted as a shareholder as well as a director.
It is possible, sir. I will show you again. I mean, you're worried about the status, those 3 drop downs, what to choose, right?
Yeah, he will not be a promoter, and as well as it is not a public issue. Because a private limited company cannot go for public issue. So that it is just a private placement, like a private placement. That's all.
Right, sir. I'm pretty sure there must be a value in that drop down that you can choose. I'm not a company secretary, but these values were actually lifted from the annual return format. So under the annual return, there were so many categories under which the split up actually happens. So this works in that. I'm pretty sure you'll find this thing. There are a few people I'm noticing are having issues with the webcam. If you can switch off your webcam, I'm pretty sure you'll be a lot more comfortable. You can switch off your webcam by going to the left-hand side bottom corner. There is a webcam button there. You can turn it off if you want to. Right, there is a question here. If directors are not shareholders, then we have to fill all the data of the shareholders. Yes, If the directors are not shareholders and you cannot copy the details from anywhere, you'll have to manually enter it. I didn't want to spend time entering it. But if there are more than 1,000 shareholders, so we've had companies, we have companies or clients, right now you can see Mr. Pandey's office. There they have a client who has more than 1,000 shareholders. They have entered it manually. There is no easy way of doing this. The thing is, the minute you enter it, take some time and enter it manually once. Then in the future, if you have to transfer the share or if you have to split any share certificate, it is extremely easy. With just a couple of clicks, you're done. It's the initial data entry that might take a little time. If you are having many companies with over 1,000 shareholders and you're having it in some kind of a data, then we offer additional services for a fee where we can read that data for you and try to put it into Csmart. But it has to be in a data that is easily readable by us. The point I'm trying to make here is, if you have an established way of storing your shareholding information, and let's say that's in Excel sheets or something, then we provide additional services for a fee where we can read that data from those Excel sheets and input it into Csmart for you. But that has to be done after we take a look at your Excel sheets to see if we can read it and things like that. And depending on the amount of time we will take to write code to read the Excel sheet and put it into Csmart for you, we will quote a fee. Right. I think I'll take more questions at the end again. Let me go back to sharing the screen. I will show you how to generate your share certificates, and I will also show you how to generate the registers. So under company, there is a button called master data. Now this is the place where you will land up going most of the times in Csmart. So you enter the company name and the master data will open. And all of the information on the left-hand side is where the information lies. So this is your company details. If let's say that there were additional addresses that the company had earlier, you can actually click on add address. You can edit this address here. If there were changes in the SIN or name, it appears here. But in the interest of time, let me just quickly take you through the capital details, director details. This is all of the information that you manually entered, right? I will come back to director details. I will first go to shareholder details and show you how the registers are generated and how you can digitally sign them. And I'll also show you how to generate the share certificates. So there are two registers that will be generated now when you click on generate digitally signed shareholding registers here. One is form MGT1 and the other is the duplicate share register. So when you click on this button, it will tell you you can either plug in the USB token for your digital signature, or if you're using a PFX file, you need to have first double click on the PFX file. You should have imported it into the certificate registry of Windows, and then you can use it. Or you can also go ahead without digitally signing the registers. You can generate it just like that also. So I have double clicked on the PFX file. I have imported it into my Windows certificate store. So when I click on next here, I will be able to see it. So you need to enter the designation of the signatory. You need to enter the date of the signature. Click on next. If a window like this comes for a smart card, click on cancel. Now here are all the digital signature names that you can see. So I have imported so many digital signatories. DSCs, what am I saying? And you should be able to find the name listed here if you have plugged in your USB token or you have imported your PFX file. So these are all PFX files here. So I'm selecting this one, clicking on finish. So it will actually generate your register. Click on cancel whenever this comes up. So the registers are generated. To see the registers, you have to click on View Generated Shareholding Registers. You would find two registers here. One is duplicate share register, the other is your member register. So you can double click to open. Let me just increase the font size. Yeah. So this is form MGT1. The index of members is always generated regardless of the size of the company. And it's generated in a way that you can click on any of these names and it will take you to the right page. Page number is printed. First, the summary is printed, the company name, the class of share, nominal value, and the total shares held. This is folio number 1. So this is the details, folio number 1's details, and this is the details of the shareholding. Let's zoom in a little more. So this is exactly the format of form MGT1. There is no change in that. So the allotments are shown here. The split happened, and one of them got transferred out. So after, and then one got reissued. So it will basically make sure that whatever you have entered in your screen will appear on the register. Similarly, you have folio number 2, and right at the bottom, you'd find that there is a digital signature. This is the digital signature ribbon also appears on the top. So this is the member register, and this is the duplicate share register. So there was only one reissue, and this is the details of that reissue. Right. So this is how you would generate your digitally signed shareholding register. Now let me show you how to generate the share certificates. Now there are two ways of actually generating the share certificate. One is you can select the folio. You will get the share certificates held by the folio over here. Select that row and click on Open Share Certificate. So this will actually generate the share certificate in a Word document. We've chosen a Word document because it is the easiest to print. And it opens up. So this one was actually issued on, where is that date? 01/01/2014, which was before the 2013 Companies Act kicked in, which was on the 1st of April. So that's why you'll find incorporated under Companies Act 1956. Now, otherwise, the format is slightly different. You'll have Form SH1 printed on the top and incorporated under Companies Act 2013 will actually come up. Things like that. So this is the share certificate here, and this is the memorandum of transfers, which is at the moment empty. Now this is one way which will give you a single share certificate. Now let's say that you want to print all the share certificates at one time. So you have to you have to click on Show All Certificates here. All the share certificates held by in the company will come up. Now you have to select all those share certificates that are not cancelled, and you can print them at one time, and you can select all the cancelled share certificates and print them in a separate document. You cannot mix cancelled share certificates and active share certificates at one time. So let's say I've selected it. So I've selected it by actually control clicking. So I press control, click on the next row, press control, click on the next row again, and click on Open Share Certificate. So this will club all the share certificates together. It will give you printing instructions on the first page. It will show you how to print it. It has basically clubbed all the share certificates into a single document like this, and you can easily print it. right? So let's say that there were members here whose all the shares were transferred out of the folio. That folio is actually closed. You'll have to click on show all members to actually go and see the details. In that case, date close will come up here. Over here in this table, you'll find only the active shareholders. Right, so this is all that I wanted to show you under the shareholder details. Under the director details here, there were a few new changes that we brought in. One is the edit facility. So let's say that we made an mistake in the data entry of the director history. You can click on more options here, and you can click on update director details. So when you click on that, it will be a very similar thing like what we did earlier while we imported these details. You can modify any of this. You can add additional, directors, anything that you want, and click on save. The director history will get modified. So that is one I wanted to show you all. The other was generate the form MVP1. You can easily generate the form MVP1 for any of these directors. So first you need to select the director and click on generate form MVP1. You can generate new form MVP1 template. Click on that button, and you can enter the details of the interest in other entities over here. You can click on this row, enter the SIN name, date of appointment, and things like that. Or what you could do is click on get details from MCA21. So how do you do that? Go to MCA21. MCA21 doesn't have a facility for us to easily import it without you having to log in or anything. It doesn't give us easy APIs to call. So you'll have to log in. Just give me a minute here. Sorry, 1 second. DEGMEDS. MISPHER. So it will go in here. You can click on companies LLPs in which the person was a director. Enter the DIN. Click on search. It will actually open up this window where it will provide this information to you. So select the table. Don't select anything else. Select the first row also up to the last column, only the table. Click on copy or right click, select copy. Okay. Come back to Csmart. Go to this text box, paste it, click on import copied text. It will actually import all of those details for you. You don't have to sit and type the information out. Okay. The shareholding, unfortunately, it will not be able to get. So you will have to enter the shareholding if in case there were, and click on finish. So now it is actually generated your form MVP1. So all of the information that you just pasted from MCA21 has resulted in this form MVP1. Now that you have entered this information here, it will appear in the director register as well. So you can actually generate your form MVP1 and then click on generate director register. So when you click on generate director register, I know I'm going a little too fast because we are a little short of time, but you can try this on your own. If you don't want to try it on an actual company, go ahead, enter some kind of dummy company data, very quickly enter a few details. Go ahead, explore it, play with the data, play with the screens. You can enter form MVP1, create your director register, see how it all plays together. And then, and keep that company always active so that if you want to try out anything, you can always go to that company and try anything. And then repeat that in your actual company. If you face any doubt, if you face any issue, if you don't understand something, I'm a phone call away. You can email me or call me and I'll be glad to help you. Okay. So generating the director register, when I clicked on that, I found that there are 3 rows here. All of them are red. Now it's red because there is a lot of information that is missing. So select each row, click on enter details. Now there is a whole lot of personal information that is needed in the director register. You will have to enter it. This is all mandated as per the new act. So all of this information appears in the register. So you'll have to go and get it. If you don't have it already, you'll have to ask your directors for this information. Click on next. I'm not going to enter it right now in the interest of time. This is the information that we entered for generating the MVP1 for this director. All of that is present here. Click on next. Now this is the holding company, subsidiary company, and associate company. So as per the latest act, if the director has a shareholding in a holding company, subsidiary company, or subsidiaries of the holding company, basically any company within that holding company, subsidiary company tree, you need to mention that in the director register. So you can enter that information here by entering the holding company ID on the left-hand side, the subsidiary company on the right-hand side. So enter that entire information here by clicking on the green button. You'll be able to add as many companies over here. And then if there are any associate companies, similarly repeat that over here. Then click on next. So if now let me do that here so that I have some kind of information to show you. So let's say that the holding company was this company. If the company doesn't exist in Csmart, you can create a new one here. Click on finish. And let's say that the subsidiary company was this company. So somewhere within this, the current company should figure, right? So this is the holding company and this is the subsidiary company. You can enter associate companies here. Now, when you click on next, it will actually come up here saying, this is the company name, the relationship, and it will also say whether the shareholding is present in Csmart. Now, this company, Apna Sapna Holidays Private Limited, is a company whose data we have already imported into Csmart, meaning we have imported the director history, we have imported the shareholding information. So Csmart has that information, and it is telling you that shareholding is present in Csmart, but this director does not have any shares in this company. The total amount is 0 and the percentage is 0. Now, if in case there were shares held by this director in the other company, then the total amount and the percentage will be populated automatically for you. If in case the company does not exist in Csmart, meaning you have not imported the details, then you will have to manually enter it by clicking on Generate Director Shareholding Template. Okay, by selecting that particular row here, you can't select it here because the shareholding is present in Csmart. If this was no, you can select it and click on Generate Director Shareholding Template, which is an Excel sheet into which you can enter the details, right? Just try it out. I know I'm moving a little too fast. Just try it out. Give me a call if there are any questions. Click on finish. Similarly, you'll have to repeat this for your other directors also. I'm just clicking on next, and finishing it in the interest of time. So now all of them are green. Now you click on finish. The director register, as per the latest act, has a whole lot of information, and the only way you can generate it is with the help of a software like this. It will make your life a lot easier, where systematically the software asks you for information, you provide it, and all of that will be transferred onto the register. And the good part is, next time a new director is appointed, you don't have to sit and enter the information for all of the previous directors you've already entered. You just have to enter the information for your latest director. And generating the director register is a little bit more easier. So this is the same digitally signing thing that I showed you earlier. So This director register has now been generated. So it gives you a table of contents. You can click on any of this and it will take you to that page. But otherwise, this is the details. So he was appointed on this date, she was appointed on this date, and this is the date in which a change in designation happened. And this is the shareholding held in the company. So share type equity, share class equity, these are the shares held. And this is when we transferred out one. And totally, this is how many shares are held. Not sure if you can see this. Yeah, this is the number of shares held now. Similarly, for this person, these are the interest in the other entities that we got from MC21. These are the shares held in this company. Like this, we have the other person. And then finally, in the end, we have a digital signature. Right? Let me pause here. I will stop sharing my screen. If there are any questions I can answer, please go ahead. So there's one question here regarding where is the option to enter shares held by the director in the company in which he is a director. So there are two ways. One is you can import that company's details into Csmart. If you do, then Csmart will automatically get the details from the data entered and it will put it into your director register. If you don't have the company's information and you don't want to enter it into Csmart, then in the last screen where I showed you where the director can, you can select to generate a director shareholding template. On the last screen of entering the director register, you can click on that button. It will open an Excel sheet template in which you can enter the details and save it. Then Csmart will take the details from that Excel sheet template and transfer it onto the register. You can just try it on your own when you have the time on a test company. It's very easy. And let me know if there are any questions. Any other questions I can take?
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Just 1 second, sir. There is another question that's come up. Just give me 1 second. After affixing digital signature, it will get stored in Csmart, or we will have to print out and store it physically? No. The thing is, a digital signature makes sense only in the soft copy. Now, when you print it, there is no validity to that document at all. Just like how an e-form, when you digitally sign it, it makes sense in the digital world or in the soft copy. It does not make sense when you print it out because it doesn't say that it is valid. So Csmart will store a copy always. It will never get deleted, and you can open it anytime in the future. So this is the you have satisfied the Companies Act, by having that document within Csmart forever. Yes, sir, Mr. Venkatraman, you can ask me a question.
Yes, sir. Is there any participant who are using CS Smart now, actually?
There are quite a few. Let me just see. I think we have just 1 second.
I just to talk to them to about their views about CS Smart, because I am using it. I am downloading all what you have done so far. I did it, but
Right.
I am very satisfied about the software.
Right.
Are there any friends who are using CS Smart? I wish to know their reviews and all.
Sure, sir. I'll be happy to help you. Mr. Pandey's office is using it. Would you people like to talk about it?
I see.
1 second. I need to unmute you. Yeah, would you like to talk about it? Hello, sir. If you can, I mean, there is a person who wants to talk to you all about Csmart.
Yes.
We can hear you. You're Mr. Ganpati, right?
I'm Giri, sir.
Giri. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
How are
Giri.
you?
Yeah, fine, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Venkatraman, you had a question. You can ask Mr. Giri. He'll be happy to help you.
Hello, Mr. Giri.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah. I am Venkatramanan from Tanjavur.
Okay.
Okay.
Recently,
I knew about our Csmart software, and I downloaded the trial version and used it, and I am very much satisfied about it. But I wish to know our friends' review, actually our professionals' review, isn't it? Before purchasing the software.
Yeah.
Just want to know about your review about the product.
Okay. It's very good, sir. We are using from 2 years. Very good. We are installed more than 200 companies in that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's easy for company secretaries and secretarial works for.
I see. All the resolutions and as well as all the minutes will be generated, isn't it?
Yes, sir. All minutes we can generate in that only. And MVP1, PR8, and directors, shareholder details, director details also we can generate. Within
Easy
a,
to fill the form 20B without any
yes, sir.
errors, isn't it?
Yes.
Actually, all the updates of Companies Act 2013 has been incorporated in this software.
No, some last week I made some updates, and now we are yeah.
Sir, there are a few more updates that we have to still give. One is the minutes, in fact. The minutes, the sections, the resolutions are, the sections are as per the 1956 Act yet. Now, yeah, we are working on getting the minutes, the resolutions updated. We're actually changing the entire way minutes and notices are going to be generated, making it a lot more easier. At the same time, we are going to update the sections and as per the latest 2013 Act. And we're
When you
going to give
update
it in
the
a
software,
way.
can I get the updations online?
Yeah. So
Yes.
what you're doing is once you pay for your software, since you're a single user, once you purchase a single user license, you get 1 year free updates. I mean, 1 year updates will be provided. The next year onwards, you need to subscribe by paying another 3,500 rupees.
It is a very meager cost. Actually, cost is not the matter. Actually, we have to do it in the professional way and as well as in the perfect way also.
Hello,
Correct.
Mr. Venkatraman. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, one more thing.
Yes.
We have one company, the limited company. In that,
Yes.
more than 1,500 shareholders are there. We are installed that company in that.
Okay.
Yeah, we are generated every year in that only Form 20 annual return and very easy for us.
Wow, I see.
Yeah.
Actually, the entire shareholder list
Yes,
is
entire
ready at the
shareholders
time
will
of a
join.
single click,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes. Hmm.
I see.
Right, sir. Thank you, Mr. Giri, for your kind words.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Right. So I think this is all the time that we have. I don't want to stretch it because I don't want to stretch it after 11:30. So if there are any questions, you can actually email me or call me, and I can answer them. And this is what. So I've just shown you a very small part of what Csmart is capable of. In fact, if you people have a little time, I want to show you all how the forms are filed also. To understand, to make your understanding, because that's something that I missed. So Shall I continue? Charge register, sir, probably I'll have to schedule another demo because that will take a little more time. I just want to explain about forms right now, if I can. Yeah, okay. Whoever wants to stay on, please stay on. If you have other engagements, you can move on. But let me quickly show you how to file forms. So I'll close this tab. So form filing in Csmart is extremely user-friendly and easy. What you can do, you can click on forms, click on new form, and let's say that you'll have to select your company. So select the company for which you want to file the form, click on next. Then from the form category, let's say that we want to allot shares to people. So select, yeah, this I think is important that I show you. Now let's say that we want to increase our share capital. So let's file a form SS7. Click on download e-form. So it will actually go to the MC21 portal and it will download the latest form as per MC21. It doesn't have a local cache of forms. So you're always guaranteed to be working with the latest form. So this is a new tab that opens up for form SS7. Let me just take a minute to show you all the things on the screen. Right on the top, there is a blue band where we have a filing number. Now this filing number is a unique number that starts from 1 and keeps increasing. So you can uniquely identify every filing done with Csmart with this filing number. So you can talk to your colleagues about it, say lift filing number 1 or filing number 25, and they will be able to quickly associate and lift that filing in the future. So this is the filing number, form ID. SRN you will get as and when you upload this form. I will show you how, and this is the status. And this is the progress bar. Below that, you have form downloaded, form filled up, form uploaded, form approved. As and when we keep progressing, you'll see that this progress bar also keeps moving. Below that, you have form functions. So first thing that you need to do is enter form SS7 details, right? So click on that and it will give you this kind of a screen. So you'll have to see what you're doing. Are you increasing, consolidating, subdividing, reclassifying, or redeeming shares? Now, we can do a simple thing of increase. That this is the most likely thing that everybody will do. So, sorry, I need to enter the date of event over here. Let me enter it for this date. Now, let's say that the number of shares, we want to increase it. So this is the current authorized capital. So you can refer to what this is here. Let's say that I want to increase it to 50,000 shares, nominal amount of 10, total amount is 5 lakhs now. Okay. And I click on next. Right. So preference also I need to enter 0 if it doesn't apply. And then I need to click on next. Now this form SS7 data is now saved. You can quickly populate the form now. Before I click on populate form, let me show you all a few mandatory things you need to do the minute you actually install Csmart. One is go to options and click on settings. Now under settings, first thing that you need to do is set your email settings. Okay. Select your provider. Most likely everybody has a Gmail account. We recommend Gmail. Select Gmail. Click and enter your email account password, meaning the password for Gmail. The minute you do this, you'll find that you will be able to send emails with form attachments directly through Csmart. I'll show you how to do that. When you click on apply, it'll actually go to Gmail, check the validity. Yeah. So now this email is saved. The next setting is company professional settings. So click on that. You will have to enter, if you're a practicing professional, enter your details here. If you're employed, enter the details of the professional who will be certifying the form. You can enter as many as you want over here. So enter your details over here, certificate of practice number as well, and click on save. Csmart Connect is something that you can leave for now. So the details are now saved. Now when you click on populate form, the first thing to tell you is please read these kind of error messages that come up, because it's important and it gives you important information regarding the error. Don't immediately close it. So information regarding the DAC registration is not available in Csmart. So you need to enter this DAC information under the master data of this company. So go back to master data. Under the director details tab, you need to provide the digital signature certificate details. So who has the DAC registered for this company? Because this information is filled up in the form for you. So let's say that this person's DAC is expiring on this date. She is the default signatory. Resolution number to sign the e-form is 1. Let's say the passing date of passing this resolution was something like this. Now let us save this. Now go back to form asset 7 and click on populate form. It will give you all of the people for whom the DAC is registered. Select that, and you can select the professional who's going to certify the form. If you don't want to populate the professional details, select this. Now click on populate and open form. So this will populate the information that can be populated by Csmart into the form, and it will open it for you. Just wait a minute until Adobe opens up. Where is Adobe? Hello? Yeah. So it's populated the same. Click on prefill. It cannot prefill it for you, so you'll only have to click on prefill, but it will populate the same and give you. It has populated the form completely actually. Increase in share capital, existing, revised, difference is 3 lakh, number of shares in the difference is so much. This is by default, it provides this, you can modify it if you like. Then your current share capital breakup, it will provide all of that information. All you need to do is enter the remaining information and sign the form. Right, so for our purposes, there is one more thing that we need to enter. Just give me a minute here. Where is that? Let me just save this. Yeah, whether articles of association altered or not. Yes. So I just saved this here. And at this point, I'm going to assume that you have filled up the form and you have entered the signature, and you have attached the documents that form the form attachments and everything. Okay, so after you do that, you'll have to come back to Csmart. You have to save the form, come back to Csmart, click on mark form as filled up. Okay, it will tell you a couple of items that Csmart needs. Resolution type not chosen, date of meeting not entered. So go back here. The resolution type, let's say, is, or maybe date of meeting is on some date. So come back to Csmart, click on mark form as filled up now. Now, how do you upload this form? See, in some cases, there are documents that are actually generated. Most likely the form attachments, all of the form attachments are generated. In this case, we don't have any attachments because the minutes and things that gets generated for form SS7 is under development because of the change in the section. But if you take form pass 3, your list of allottees is actually generated for you. If you take form DIR 12, your consent letter, DIR 8, your nature of interest, attachments, all of that is actually generated for you. So probably this is a bad example, but I hope you can understand what we're trying to do here. So you click on mark form as filled up, telling Csmart that you have filled up the form. You don't have to completely sign it and things like that. Let's say that you have documents to generate, then you just fill up that much information that as needed, and you come back to generate documents, generate your list of allottees, for example. Then you can go back and attach that generated list of allottees to your form. But for our case right now, we'll click on form, mark form as filled up. Then you have to click on go to MCA21. In order to upload this form, it's actually quite easy. You click on go to MCA21, go to the portal. Registered user CAREOME. I always get that captcha thing wrong. WHERET. I'm sorry, my password, there's some issue, but let me just explain how it works. So you will log in, you will go up to the eForm upload applet, and at the eForm upload applet, you will not have to search for the form in your local path at all. You just have to do a Control V. The path of the form in your system has already been copied for you. Now you can click on copy form path if you've copied something else in between. Just to show you what has been copied, this has been copied. So this path has already been copied onto your, this is the place where Csmart has actually stored this form. So this path has already been copied. So when you paste it onto your eForm upload applet, the form will actually get uploaded. So you don't have to sit and search for the form. You just have to do a Control V. The form gets uploaded. After your form gets uploaded, you will get an SRN receipt after you pay. Save that SRN receipt somewhere where you will know, where you can remember. Come back to Csmart and click on Save SRN Receipt. Select SRN Receipt here and search for that SRN. Just give me a minute here. So select the SRN receipt. It will actually pass the SRN and everything. And you can modify it. Ideally, you'll never have to. But in my case, I'm just going to modify that. And you can click on OK. So now the SRN has also been saved into the records. The SRN appears here. The SRN receipt appears here. So this is the place where all your documents for this particular filing will keep getting accumulated. This is the form. This is the SRN receipt. You can double click and open the SRN receipt anytime in the future. So you don't have to sit and hunt for SRNs and the linkage between the SRN and the form, because Csmart is nicely storing it for you. If there are any other documents that you think is pertinent to this particular filing, you can add that document here into Csmart by clicking on Add Document. You can select any document and add it here, and it will always be attached to this filing. Anytime in the future, you can come back and retrieve it. The last step that you need to do after the form has been approved by the ROC is you need to go to Forms. You need to select Update SRN Status. So over here, you will get a full list of all the forms that you have uploaded onto MCA21 for which the ROC has not yet approved, or you haven't checked the transaction status in MCA21. So this is a ready reckoner kind of a list, which will tell you that these are the forms that you need to keep track of. Now, the last form is what we filed that has been approved by the ROC. So let's change the status to approved. Once you mark this as approved, that is when the data from this form will get captured and your master data will get updated. So we'll just close this and reopen master data. And you would find that the authorized capital you'll find another entry here for this authorized capital to 5 lakhs. So this is the place where, you will, let's say your client calls up and you find and asks you, when was this authorized capital changed? You can quickly open master data, look at the date and tell them that this is the date in which the authorized capital changed. For that matter, you can tell them any of this information. Previously, you would have to have hunted this information in your hard disk to lift out the form, look at the date of event, and then tell, or you might be looking at files for that information. You'll find that now you can just look at master data and you'll be able to quickly get the information that you need to, that you're looking for. Now that we're here, there are a couple of things that I can show you. One is miscellaneous registers. So these are miscellaneous registers by meaning form MBP2, MBP3, and register of deposits. You can actually generate them over here by clicking on generate update register. You'll have to enter this information in an Excel sheet, and once you enter that, it will get converted into a PDF where you can sign. So this is something that I'll leave you to try on your own. It's actually pretty easy. So that's how you actually work with forms and in Csmart. I'll just stop sharing now. Any questions that you might have, you can, yeah. So you want Mr. Giri's number? I can ask him to provide it to you.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
About our software. If I wish to purchase the software, what I can do?
What you'd have to do is you could probably give me a call after this, sir. Then I can take you through the process of purchasing license. I'll just send you an invoice to which you have to make an NEFT transfer, and I'll give you the license over an email. That's it.
Okay, with the CD or not?
No, sir. You've already installed it on your system. You just need to enter the serial ID. That's it. We don't believe in a CD because we keep updating the software and the installer becomes quickly out of date.
Yes. Okay.
Mr. Giri, Mr. Venkatramanan wants your contact number, if you are willing to share. Sorry, you're on mute, I guess. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, Mr. Giri.
Please come on.
Just I wish to talk to you. That's all about it. About our profession.
984
One second.
Yeah.
You are in Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 984
98455 05273.
05273.
Yes.
Okay. After this meet, I will call you definitely.
Okay.
Because I'm a new entrant actually.
Okay.
So that I wish to talk to you like professionals. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Giri. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Subhash. Kind words.
Thank you, sir.
Are there any questions? Yeah, dear. So some of the forms need to be certified by PCS. So after obtaining the PCS signature, how do we go to uploading the form? It's actually, it is simple to do that. The screen again, because this I think a couple of people will have. So what happens is, let's say that you have filled up your side of the form and you need to get it certified by your practicing professional. Select the form over here and click on email. So you can enter the email ID of the person and click on send, and through here you can actually send your document quickly to your professional. Now your professional will sign the sorry.
Yeah, I have also the same doubt. Actually, some forms need to be signed by the chartered accountants.
Correct. So that's what I'm showing you.
Yeah.
So what happens is you can select this and click on email, enter the email ID, click on send, and the form will get sent out to to whoever you're sending it. Now the person will sign it and he will send it back in an email. You can save that form anywhere from that email. Then come and click on this button, replace download form again. So click on this replace form, replace with local file, and select the file that you have received from your professional after signing. Now, since this is already approved, Csmart will not allow you to change the form, but if it wasn't, then you could have easily changed the form. Right. I hope I've answered that question. Is there any other question that I can answer? Great. Okay. So I think I'll sign off now. If there are any questions, any issues regarding Csmart, any doubts you have, feel free to call me or send me an email. If you send me an email, I try to respond back as quickly as possible. Thank you very much. You've been a very nice audience. I will send out an email regarding our next webinar to all of y'all in the usual way. Thank you very much. Bye. Yes, sir. I can try doing that. Let me just. I've recorded it. I will upload that onto YouTube and I will share it with everybody.